بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. We thank God. We thank Almighty Allah for keeping us together, for us to be able to converge as usual, discussing issue pertaining to morals. From our morals so far, we have taken it from Almighty Allah, the oneness of Almighty Allah, making him to be one, nothing to be associated with him. When we are done with that, we moved on to the parents, looking at the relationship between father, mother, and a child. Looking at a relationship between child and father, mother, which is the parents. We had looked at morally what is being right to be done to a child, what is being right to be done to parents. We had looked at that. From our research so far, we discovered that many of all those afflictions, many of all those advances are as a result of not being respecting parents. We don't listen to what they used to admonish us with. Every one of us feel that civilization has come, that they will be able to do whatever pleases them. But I, for one, I said that we are not in civilization, rather we are in total darkness. Because in civilization means that you must pay attention, you must respect your parents. No matter what is going on, you must try as much as you could. We had been reciting Quranic ayahs ranging from chapter 2 to chapter 40, so on and so forth. We had discussed what Almighty Allah said in terms. We looked at chapter 4, verse 36, where Almighty Allah spoke very detailedly, very clearly to every layman to understand whatever is being told about what Almighty Allah has revealed to Ummah Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Almighty Allah told us there, he said, وَعَبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. That is what is said to us. The first thing we need to do is to, first of all, believe in Almighty Allah Wahadaniya, make him to be one, nothing to be associated with him. Then we should not as well associate partners with our parents. Parents are parents. We don't need to associate a partner with them. He moves on to let us know the issue about Wabizili Kuruba, Wali Yatama, Wali Masaikin, Wabi Ojari Zil Kuruba, that today, having looked at this sphere of father, mother, and child, today we want to look at the relationship between husband and the wife. We want to look at the moral establishment. What exactly is morally being ideal for them to be doing, so on and so forth. It has been reported from various hadith that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said, a time will come where women will outweigh men. In other words, about 50 women will be chasing one man. I mean, that is the time we are now. If you look at the total, the world population, which is about 8 million plus, you see that the women up to taking 5 million plus, while the men are taking about 30 million. But how do you balance that equation? How can that equation be what? Be balanced? That is exactly what we are saying. We need to really look at it, that what is going on, we can resolve this situation. Well, it has come to a time which is not Islamical. I know, many of us know, that a woman does not pay dowry of a man. It's not done. That is an absurdity. It has never been existing, and it will not exist. If it exists, that means there is a dislocation, disjunct somewhere, which we need to correct. Because Almighty Allah told us, if you go to chapter 4, the very verse 1, he said, Ya ayyuhan nasu, taqu rabbakum ladzi khalaqakum min nafsin wahida wa khalaqa minha zawjaha. That is what he said. So, ye mankind, taqu, fear Almighty Allah. Fear Him. This Almighty Allah, we are saying you should fear. He is the one that has created a man, and from this man he created his wife. And that is, if you look at explanation by those who have knowledge, Alul Ilm, the Alul Arifin, those who have knowledge, they have said that a woman is collected from a man from the left side of the ribs. The ribs. If you look at it, the small one of it, you see it, the one that is well curved. That is how where a woman was taken from. When Almighty Allah had created Adams was what? Was bored. No one to hang around him. No one to pair with him. When he was sleeping, before he could wake up, Almighty Allah has given him a partner. But if you go to Surah chapter 30, verse 21, that is Surah to Rome, Almighty Allah has spoken. He said, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمُ الْمَوَدَّةَ وَالرَّحْمَةَ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. He said, وَمِنْ آيَاتِ, it is a sign from Almighty Allah that He has created for you. He has created for you. How? From you, He has created your spouse, your wives. And between you and your wife, He has put love and mercy. Without love, marriage will not be established. Without love, marriage life will not be sustained. Warahma, He has given you mercies. A family with children, whatsoever, different kind of children, we look at what? Those of the children, some are twins, some are boys, some are girls, so on and so forth. Some are mixture. It's a rahmah, mean Allah. That is a rahmah. That is a mercy from Almighty Allah. If others say, Inna fi zalika, indeed, from this description we are given to you, lahaya is a sign, for those who reflect. Those who reflect. Yani halu tafakuri, those who reflect. Those are the people we are talking about. So on and so forth. That is what Almighty Allah has told us. He has told us that He created us. There must be love. Without love, nothing is going to work out. A lot of people would have gone into wrong marriages. There was no love. Something made them to fall into that trap, which they call marriage. In the end of it, the marriage will not be sustained. At the end, it will end in what? Divorce. That is why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam tunkahu. He said tunkahu imurata bi arba'i. You are going to marry a woman on 4 characteristics. Those 4 characteristics, you are going to use them to marry a woman. If you use them, whatever you have chosen, because every man has his own choice of a woman. There is something you need from a woman. It may be, we are going to give them to you now. Maybe from there you are going to either choose one. Whatever you have chosen, it will let you know which is going to be profitable to you or not. He said, number 1, limaliha. You can't marry a woman because she has wealth. You can't marry a woman because she has property. You can't marry a woman because she is wedding. You can't do that to marry a woman. Well, no problems about that. That is your choice, what you are going to choose. If you believe in Mataul Hayatul Dunya, you believe in the good things of the world, there is nothing bad about it. You are going to do that. But the most important thing is that love, L-O-V-E. That is what sustains marriage. Without love easily can wear out. That is exactly what we're saying. If you do not know, you can't marry a woman on the maliha. Only jimaliha. Well, you can't marry a woman because of her beauty. She's so tall, she's fair in complexion, she's so dark in complexion, she has big body, she has slim body. You need bombro, you have seen bombro in hair. You need bobs, you have seen bobs. That is maybe that could be the reason why you want to marry her. There is no problems at all. You can't go on and marry her. That is your own choice. No one is going to contradict your choice. It's your choice. As a matter of choice, no one can contradict another person because that is what your choice has told you to do. Another side, biha. You can marry her because of her status. You can marry her because of her character. You can marry her for some other reason. It's your choice. No one is going to contradict that. No one is going to deprive you of that. No one is going to deny you of that. That is your own choice. Walidiniha. You may ignore beauty. You may ignore wealth. You may ignore status, the family background. You are not interested in the family background. You may decide to marry based on that religion. Whether it's a Christianity you want to marry, you are a Christian, you go for Christian, no problems. If you want to marry a religious person as you, there is no problem. But I want to let you know that a time will come for those who have chosen money to say because my wife has property, my wife has cars, my wife has assets, my wife has plenty liquidity, cash, near money substitute. There are so many there. But a time will come. Do you know that those money, either you die and live there, or the money will die and leave you? When that situation has come, is there going to still be love? Love may not be there because the wealth you believed in has gone. If the wealth has gone, what more? No more love. Very good for those who have chosen wealth. Those who have chosen beauty. Every day there is what we call depreciation. Every day, a man, someone you have seen today, the color may change. It becomes black. The color, the old age may come, the person becomes old. All the beauty you were attributing yourself to have gotten married, they have already faded out. In that regard, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? The law of law has gone because those things you saw that, incriminated your attention are no longer there. What will you do about it? Those things that enraped you, they are no longer there. If they are no longer there, marriage will likely going to what? Crumble. He said, biha, for those who believe in status, family background, those family they are very rich. Oh, those family they are this, they are that. What will you do when they are crumbles? He said, lidiniha, the most powerful among them is for the deen. You know why? Because deen can never die. In any place where there is deen, where there is religion, someone you have a very good wife can as well contribute. When you are no longer at home, maybe you might have gone on trip, you have gone on a travel, and you are not right to, that's your wife could as well guide your children either to go to madrasa, either to go to school. But if you have gone for beauty, people that believe that they have level, they have what level? No one can commensurate with their level. What happens when you are not there? That woman cannot keep that relationship. He said, if you do that, maybe perhaps wherever there is no religion, where there is no deen, no piety, if they are not there, what are we not talking about? You're going to have arrogant children, very aggressive. Mother is aggressive, very what? Arrogant. What a goat bears a goat. If the mother is very arrogant, the man does not be at home sometimes. Who takes control of the house? A man is CEO, the chief executive officer, while the woman is a director. The woman directs day in, day out activities, everyday activities. The man might have gone on a trip for like 1 month, 2 months. He's not even around. So how will he compromise a situation like that? You must get a good wife. Forget about those things, but you can as well do it. Don't worry, that is a matter of choice. No one is going to deny you of it. That is what he said, that you must marry. And it is been reported, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam said there is enough enjoyment in this world you are looking at. If you do not know what kind of enjoyment, there is enjoyment when you have a good wife. But if you have a very bad wife, the word itself, it is a torment for you. May Almighty Allah not torment us with bad woman. May Almighty Allah not torment us with bad woman. Then it made us to understand. He said that if you want to marry a wife, that you may not marry a wife without the owner. You cannot marry a woman. A marriage has to be consummated based on the fundamental understanding from the owner. Whenever a man or a woman has wali, the owner. A man has wali, the owner. If the owner of the woman, there's no consent. He did not agree for that young girl to get married to that man. The marriage will not be consummated. What about the other side? If the other side, the man's family or the owner said, you are not going to marry this young lady, if you carry on like that, there's no marriage there. Whenever both of them have said they want to carry on marriage without the consent of the both wali from both sides, if a child comes out of it, that is ayro or zano. They are committing fornication, even adultery. That's what they are committing. When a child comes out of there, that child is a bastard. When we talk in terms of bastard, this is where we are talking about bastard. A child without father, without mother. This is a child, this is a father. A woman cannot marry a woman out. It's not done in anywhere. Even if your husband is late, remember that your husband has family. You could only get those other people to go and meet the family. But if you want to be what? If you feel you're stubborn, you're going to do that. When a child comes out of that, he's a bastard. You can as well, for example, when a woman is in charge of what? Control of maybe a servant. What is going to happen? He's going to what as well? Marry. With the consent of the woman, they will marry that. They will give that young girl's hand to marry. I've agreed. Every other thing has to be consummated. She's not the one to say this, but I've agreed that I have permitted you to go and marry. When a woman marries herself out, for example, you feel you have traveled, you have married yourself out. Forever, forget wherever you are. The moment you have married yourself out, and a child comes out of it, you have come to finally meet your family, bringing a man, bringing your soul, getting a child along. Whenever that child with father and mother is a bastard. He's a bastard because none of the consent was getting either from the girl's family, either from the man's family. They did what they like. They got a child or no permission. You must be a permission, and from that permission, you must pay for economic reasons. You have to give the woman money. There must be financial transaction. Give her money to keep herself good. You must take care of that woman. We don't know where you're coming from. You are coming with a child. How does that sound? Isn't that an aberration? That is not a thing to even welcome, because it is a bad information to even listen to. That is what Almighty Allah said, echoing by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. We must ensure that we must follow the normal routes, do things accordingly. The problems we are having now, that when we have a lot of children without respect, is because the process of getting them is where it's faulting. The foundation is bad. As long as the foundation is bad, the children that will come out of it will equally be bad. It's very, very alarming situation. Juvenile delinquencies in everywhere, no respect. The children will not want to listen to their parents. I used to tell people, whenever you see a child is disrespecting his father, the father talks back, they should go and do DNA to find out whether that child belongs to that man. If you see your father, the kind of code that will enter you, you will know that this is my father. When you see your mother has spoken. You cannot look at your mother eyeball to eyeball and talk, because that is your mother. That is the woman who has carried you for consecutively from different pace hardship to hardship for 9 good months. You have the temerity, the audacity. You have the God to talk when she's talking, not to talk about your father. I don't know. There is a change. Not Almighty Allah had already said it. He has said so to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. He said, "Awalan yarawna anna nati liharada nanqusuha min atrafiha." They have not seen that we have visited the head, reducing it from all corners, from all sides. What that meant is that the good people have been removed, we have left the bad people. Because the bad people, they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to the word of Almighty Allah. May Almighty Allah guide us through. May Almighty Allah take good care, control of our children. We cannot control them, but it's the Almighty Allah that will control them. For those who are upright, may Almighty Allah make them upright. For those who are going astray, may Almighty Allah bring them to the right path. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Sallu ala nabiyyil kareem. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.
فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا